Continuing with the power system, let's do an actual run and actually demonstrate this functionality of the power system. So we're going to turn on our main power. Now I have gone back here and I've actually disconnected this circuit breaker, and that powers up the whole RC side of the system. However, because we have this switch on, we still have this switch off. I can come in here, trying to get back here so you can see this. There's the ramp going down and then back up. So we can run that. We can also go in here and start the engine. I'm going to do that shortly here. We'll turn the power on. We'll run the preheat. Give that a few seconds to warm the glow plugs up. And the RC system is what controls the parking brake. And it is applied right now, which meets the safety requirements. Our engine's running. Okay, let that idle for just a couple seconds here. And we'll shut that off. So now I'm going to demonstrate that same functionality with the RC system. And so the first thing I need to do before I activate power to the RC system is you must always turn power onto the transmitter first. So I'm going to do that right here. It checks to make sure that the throttle is back in its lowest position before the transmitter turns on. And now we can come back here and we'll activate this. Now normally we would just leave that on. And so now we've got power over here in the back on the right to our system. Green light on the receiver. We always want to see a green light there. And then the relays are flashing, indicating that they are indeed receiving signal. Okay, let's go over here to the transmitter. So parking brake is applied here. We want that switch down. Turn the ignition on. Activates power. Again, we'll give it a little bit more preheat here. And then I'm going to hit the starter button here. I'm going to put up the exhaust pipe so you can see that we are indeed starting. Could have used a little more preheat there. Okay. And we'll let the diesel warm up a little bit. Engine stops when we hit the kill switch there. So now let's try this when we've got the parking brake off. So we're going to flip this switch up to indicate that the parking brake is off. When I do that, you can watch the actuator move. So the parking brake is now off, and we'll turn the ignition back on, and we don't get any start. We can also come up to the main panel here, and we don't get any starter when we run that too. So we're tied in to that safety module. So what we need to do here is we need to activate the parking brake, which we do by flipping that switch down. That's also a built-in safety feature. If things are going wrong, you can slam that switch down, the parking brakes will apply. and at least slow the machine down. It may not fully stop it. It depends on how tight the parking brake is applied. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start this again. So diesel is still pretty cold yet. We'll give it more preheat. And now we'll hit the starter button again. Now it fires up much quicker. It's getting warmed up. Okay. Go ahead and shut that down again. So let's test it with the PTO. Actually, I don't have that one tied into the system here at all, so we're not going to try that right now. We do have it up here, but we'll replicate that same functionality when we tie in the PTO switch. Okay, so there we've demonstrated the power system, both with the manual and with the wireless control. So now we can go ahead and shut off that main power, disconnects the battery, and we can see back here that the transmitter panel is off.